All right, guys, I'm Randall,
Michelle.
and we're Farmington Famous. It's been exactly 1 year since we have built our camper and taken it on its first trip. We're going to tell you some of the things we like, some of the things we don't like, what we change, and where we have been. Stay tuned. All right, it's been 1 year since we've went on our very first camping trip, and we took the camper up to Cheehaw for a tearjerkers event, and we were really excited about getting up there, and we had a blast meeting everybody. And
So we had literally just finished the camper, just well enough for us to go on our first camping trip. We still hadn't built the tongue box or the AC for it yet.
but when we got to Cheehaw, you didn't need an AC. It was still chilly because it was early April up in the mountains. And right after that, we went to Bear Lake over in Milton, Florida.
Yeah.
And it was a lot warmer over there. And we decided that we would put the urgency on building out the air conditioning unit. So we built out the air conditioning unit right after we left Bear Lake. And I think the air conditioning unit was a game changer. That's something that if you're going to live in the South and you're going to camp in the South, you have to have an AC unit.
Right. I agree.
The only battle that we're having with our AC unit is it freezes up in the middle of the night. The coils will ice over because it's such a small space in here. That I met Steve over in Savannah, and Steve uses a time delay controller to cycle the compressor off for 2 minutes every 10 minutes. I've got those instructions. I've got the controller. That's an update coming, so stay tuned to the video, and we'll let you know how that works out for us.
Yeah, so before we talk about all the changes we're going to make, we're going to tell y'all like how many miles we put on the camper, the way it is. I mean, once we got back from Bear Lake, and then we put on the the tongue box and the AC, and then after that we went to Bull Shoals
For the DIY Teardrop Community Campout.
Right. And then we went to Lake's Inn
in Louisiana.
Yep. Nice place.
For a fig gathering. We're fig collectors also.
Which we may end up going back again, this year.
Yeah, whether they're having the gathering or not, we're still going. And then, so after
Skidaway.
Yeah, we went to Skidaway after that out in Savannah, Georgia. And that was a great time.
Yeah, beautiful park.
And then right after that, we went to our Schaefer Herd up at West Point, Georgia.
Fell in love with it.
Yeah, so much so that we immediately scheduled a teardrop event there.
Yeah, like within 6 months.
And then in March, we had a DIY camp out there.
But after our Schaefer Herd, we went to Kings Mountain.
Over in Blacksburg, South Carolina. And had chivalry there where it got down to 20 degrees. And
so we've had the camper in extreme heat in Arkansas, which it felt like 100 degrees at least. And then we've had it in the snow.
And I think I like the snow better than the heat.
Right.
But with it getting down to 20 degrees, it stayed nice in here. We didn't have to do anything different. We even slept with the fan cracked a little bit to get some air circulation, and we never got cold.
Right.
The camper did absolutely great, being that it's insulated all the way around, top, bottom. The walls are insulated, everything. Well built.
And then Blountstown.
To go see her mom. All right.
Well, and to do the Pioneer Day.
Yep, the Pioneer Day event that we did out there.
That was a lot of fun.
We went back to our Schaefer Herd for the DIY gathering we mentioned
March.
earlier. We went back to our mom's. And then we went to Nakalula Falls, just kind of a little scope out, because we will be doing a Christmas camp out.
That's right.
At Nakalula Falls in December. And they have a little Christmas town with a train, a million light display. The waterfalls are there.
It's beautiful.
There's a lot going on, a lot to see, a lot to do, and we're excited about hosting that event there along with Rue.
Right.
He's going to co-host with us. All right, so out of all those places that we've been in 1 year, we went 6,967 miles. We've taken this camper 7,000 miles since we built it.
Wow.
That's a lot in a year.
Not bad.
Not bad. You know what? We pull down the interstate close to 80 miles an hour sometimes. This little camper pulls so easy. I think it was 1,600 pounds when we weighed it empty. And it's great. I absolutely love pulling this trailer. We had a bumper pull Winnebago trailer, like 22 foot. That thing was so heavy. I didn't like hooking to it and taking it to the parks. It was inconvenient just to try to navigate.
I just didn't feel like we were camping. It was just like everything, you had everything you needed inside this structure, and you didn't get outside of it to really enjoy nature.
Michelle felt like she was in an apartment in the woods.
A trailer in the woods, more or less.
I got tired of hammock tent camping because I had to have a CPAP. I don't sleep well at night without a CPAP, so I needed a place to plug into at night. So a teardrop camper was our ultimate solution. We are so glad we built this.
It's a good compromise.
Yeah. There are a few things that we've decided that we're going to change. Some things that we wish we would have upgraded. I wish we would have went with a Fantastic fan or a Max Air fan in the top of our camper. Ever since our very first trip out with this, when the little buttons slid out of the side and fell down on us, I've just been totally frustrated with this Amazon Chinese knockoff of the Fantastic fan. And if you're thinking about skimping on the fan, don't. Do not skimp on your fan.
And by no means are we bashing Amazon or Chinese.
Just don't skip on your fans and you'll be just fine. We've got a big fan. It's powerful. And when it works fine, it works. It moves the air through the cabin effectively. We're not complaining about the airflow the van provides. It's just not reliable. And we even got the one with the rain sensor, so whenever it rains outside, it closes.
Or snows.
Or snows. When it snows in your camper on Chivalry, it will close in and stop because it thinks it's raining outside.
Right.
Another thing that we've decided to do is we're going to finish out the kitchen area. We didn't put drawers in the kitchen. We didn't know how we wanted.
Yeah, there's so many different styles out there from teardrop campers that people have in their kitchen, and I was unsure what to go with. Do we go with cabinets down below? Do we go with drawers down below? I mean, what do we do? So I thought, let's just put some curtains up. We'll just stick a tub in there, and let's do that for a little while and just take our time to kind of look and see what everybody else has, and then we can decide on what we want.
And I think we ultimately decided whenever we went to the Christmas camp out with the tiny Christmas camp out down in Pensacola, and we saw this one lady there, and we really liked her cabinet solution that she had, and we decided then that the style of cabinets that we're going to put in. So we're going to put in a big drawer that will hold all of our pots and pans.
No, we're going to put, oh, you mean like on the bottom?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's mainly for the coffee pot. Pots and pans will still go in the cabinet.
Okay.
Yeah. See, the tall stuff, we need a pull-out drawer for our tall things that we can't stick in the cabinet, which is the coffee pot.
Okay.
And the toaster and the can opener.
But right above that, we're going to have a silverware drawer.
Yes, now that's a must.
It's frustrating to try to open up your teardrop and reach over in there and fumble through all the stuff on top.
Yeah.
To get to your silverware.
That's
so
right.
Michelle's decided that it's time for a silverware drawer. So we're going to be doing that. That's probably the biggest factor that we're going to change in the camper. We are very happy with our propane stove and oven by Camp Chef. We don't use it as much as our Scottle. And I can't say enough good things about using the Scottle to cook with.
Yeah, I was very unsure whenever he first said, okay, I'm going to build a Scottle. I'm like, we're never going to use it. Why are you going to do that? And then we used it like once or twice, and I'm like, okay, so we don't need the oven anymore. We've got this awesome Scottle. Why do we need this stove and oven? We don't ever use it. But we have found that we do still use it a little bit, just a little bit. So
we're going to keep it in place. And we primarily do cook off the Scottle. So if you're thinking about alternate means of cooking, look into the Scottle. We built ours. We had a little welder. We machined a little hole to plug up the disc plow. Bought a little propane burner. We did a video on it, so look back on our videos and you'll see how we built our skylight. It really wasn't that much effort. So, all right, what else?
Okay, so I'm going to add a little skirting. I went and I bought a shower curtain off of Amazon, and it's a, you know, like a fabric nylon shower curtain, and it looks like wood. So I was kind of, at one point I had taken a tarp and cut the tarp and put a tarp along the bottom of the camper, because when we go places and the front is all screened in and there's like the middle of summer and there's mosquitoes everywhere and bugs, I don't know about y'all, but I just don't want the bugs inside my camper or my little living space. So I found that I had this screen out, but then they were getting in from underneath the camper because it was all open, so I put a tarp there. Well, a blue tarp just looks stupid on our beautiful wood camper. So I found a shower curtain looks like wood, and it's going to look like a little wood exterior down at the bottom, but also keep out the bugs.
So we already have Velcro around the metal framing of our camper underneath. So all she's got to do is just take the Velcro and put around the shower curtain. Boom, we have skirting to seal out bugs.
Yeah, and it looks good. So
all right.
Yep. Oh, and then we're going to do little latches on the inside of the camper.
These little doors that flip up right here.
Right there.
We need a little latch to hold that door open while we plug stuff in. Because whenever you're trying to plug stuff in, this door's wanting to shut on you.
Yeah, and you got your arm in there, and the door's laying down on your arm. It's just
that's frustrating.
Big pain in the butt. So
minor upgrade there. Other than that, we're completely happy with the camper.
Yeah, we're going to work on the AC and put that relay switch in there, so the AC will not freeze up on us anymore. So yeah, look for the drawer, the silverware drawer, the big drawer that pulls out, the silverware drawer, the skirting around the bottom, and the AC fix, and the cabinet thingy right here.
All right. Hope you enjoyed the video. Hope you enjoyed the clips. And we ask that you hit the subscribe button if you like what we're doing and you want to follow us along while we produce our content. And hit the like button. And don't be afraid to share our content out with your friends.
Yeah. And ask us any questions, you know, that you might want to know about the camper or camper life in a teardrop. Women look at it and they're like, oh, I'll never be able to, I'm claustrophobic, I'd never be able to get in that. And I'm like, you would be surprised, really. It's so cozy, and you feel safe and secure and cozy, and it's so much better than camping in a tent, but at the same time, you're still roughing it. You're not in a big, huge RV, and we sit back and kind of giggle at everybody trying to back in their big campers, and they're running around and setting all these jacks up and stuff, and we're just sort of chilled back going, yeah, it took us a whole 30 seconds to back ours up, and we're done.
All right. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button. And remember, keep growing,
keep building, and always keep adventuring.
And
together we're Flomaton famous.
Thanks for watching.